Alright, hello everybody, it's your boy Hysteria coming back at you live with another amazing fucking Counter-Strike tutorial. Probably the first one that I've done in a long time, honestly. So, just a little bit about me. I'm an ex-professional coach. Been commissioned out to teach people how to play this game, so like I know what I'm talking about. So, a lot of the times I get asked this question. I'm in a like Reddit and stuff. I always get asked the question like, "Hey, I need help improving. I need blah blah blah. I need this and that." The main thing, like I said, the title of this video should be something like understanding how to improve at CSGO, I think. So the main thing to understand whenever you are trying to like improve at Counter-Strike, or I guess League of Legends, or really like anything that's like an esport or anything, for the most part, like 90% of the time, there is not just some secret like button that I can tell you to press. Like that's not the case. There's not just some magic switch that I can just be like, oh yeah, you turn this on and you'll be like amazing at the game. That's not how it works. Playing Counter-Strike, honestly, like it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and effort. I have pumped in easily 5,000 hours into this game. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. That is years of my life I have wasted playing this stupid game. Playing a video game for 5 years, like, come on. So, anyway, to continue on with that, you need to understand the mechanics of the game, okay? So you need to take the time to understand the mechanics of the game. That'll be your first step in improving at the game. You need to understand how to aim, how to fire, how to shoot correctly. I guess that's the same thing as what I just said. That is like one of the main components of Counter-Strike. It's a first-person shooter. You've got to understand how your bullets work, how the weapons are going to react to your handling of them. You would be surprised. You can ask any professional player or anybody who knows what they're doing to like look over somebody, and you can literally tell if somebody has any experience with a weapon in their hand or not, based on how they shoot it. You know, you can tell that. That's something you can tell. So, there's that. Like I said, understand that. The next thing that you probably need to understand is the movement mechanics. So, along with shooting, there's stutter stepping and all that fun crap. There's jiggle peeking and like things like that. You know, just need to understand how to move within the game. Making jumps, making crouches, and all that kind of fun stuff. So just understand. The biggest thing with movement, honestly, is stutter stepping. A lot of people really don't understand like that. You trick the game into thinking that you are standing still when you're not. If y'all want to find out more about that, please Google it. I'm just doing a broad overview of like how to get better. I'm not going to sit here and do this because I've made individual videos and all this shit, but nobody seems to give a crap, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we move on to the next thing, is after you learn your aim, after you learn how to stutter step, there comes, I guess, games. I mean, these are all kind of like, you know, it doesn't really matter in the order, but we'll go into smokes next. Smokes and flashbangs is something I get asked a lot. I need to learn X amount of smokes. I need to learn blah, blah, blah. You don't really need to learn those smokes. Now, if you're playing on a team or something, yeah, learning smokes is a good thing. It's a great thing. If you're just playing matchmaking and screwing around, you don't need to worry about, like, a whole lot of smokes. You need to have a few of them. There's probably about a handful of smokes that every player who plays Counter-Strike should probably know. You know, there's about a handful of those. But other than that, you really don't need to worry about them. As long as you know the grenade trajectory, you can throw just about any smoke or flashbang on the fly. This is another thing that I've been telling people. The perfect flashbang is one that pops without hitting anything else and is far enough away to where they can't hear you pull the pin. I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, that's a perfect flashbang right there. They don't hear it coming, and it pops without any indication of it fucking being there. That is a perfect flashbang. So, with that, we've got game mechanics, aiming, smokes and grenades, and all that good stuff. The next thing you understand is the meta of the game. This will be, I think, my fourth thing out of 5, hopefully. The meta of the game, there's a certain way to play competitive. You buy armor generally on round 1, just throwing that out there. And then you need to understand when to buy and all that good stuff, the economy of the game, the meta. You need to understand what weapons need to be bought, when they need to be bought, and what kind of plays need to be made. So there's a certain way to play Counter-Strike, and there's a certain way to not play Counter-Strike. As you play through the game, you will understand more about that. I don't think anybody really has made a video on that. That is just something that you have to learn. With the recent buying, the recent money change. There was a money change very recently, so the meta has been changing. It has been changing, so I can't 100% tell you now. I think the buy round used to be round 4 would be the first round that everybody has a gun. Now I think it's round 3. I'm not sure, whatever, you can Google it, doesn't really matter, it's just something you need to take the time to fucking learn. So, after that, we've got movement, aim, grenades, the meta of the game. The last thing you need to understand, and this is the hardest thing to teach somebody, because you can't really teach it, it's learned. It's something you have to learn while you play the game. It's game sense. Now, you can be a walking aimbot. ESEA is a testament to that. Most of these guys are walking aimbots. They walk around and just blow people's heads off without any, second guess. But you need to understand game sense. Understanding what somebody is going to do before they do it. Before they even realize what they're doing, you should be able to pinpoint exactly what's going on. Oh, hey, so-and-so is the lurk on B, and I'm sure he's over there because I killed the rest of his team and we haven't seen him. He's probably on B planting the bomb right now. You know, there's lots of little things like that. And like I said, 5,000 hours in the game, you get to see just a little bit of everything. I guess a lot of everything at that point. But that's really something that, I can't teach people. I can try and, explain to them what's going on. But it's really more of it's a learned behavior. It's a learned understanding of the game mechanics, and people in general, psychology, honestly. That's really what it is. It's the learning of behaviors within the game that's just it's crazy. So that's what it is. Another thing, just to kind of help people out in general, if you were trying to rank up, do not solo queue. I know a lot of us don't have friends because we're all dickheads like me, and we sound stupid like me. If you are trying to rank up and you are having a problem ranking up, you probably need to stop solo queuing, okay? And if you aren't solo queuing, you need to reevaluate who you're playing with, okay? Because that's probably a huge deal. I'm all for having fun and playing with your buddies, that's cool. But if they are not good enough to, support you, and you are trying to rank up, don't play with them, okay? Make a second account or something. I mean, the game is free, for fuck's sake. There's no reason for you not to be able to do that anymore. Used to, we had to spend an extra $15 to play with our buddies on another account. Now it's free, so we don't have to really worry about that anymore. So, that's what we got. The game is a very, it's a very time-tested game. Honestly, I love it very much, but people just need to understand, how to improve at the game, So, there's not a special switch. I'm going to say this once again. There's not a special switch that I can tell you to turn on. You are going to get what you give to Counter-Strike. If you give Counter-Strike your firstborn baby, you're going to get your firstborn baby back. Maybe. I don't know. If you put in 5,000 hours in the game, you are going to be, or in my case, I guess, a semi or a professional paid coach. That's what you get. That's what I get for selling my soul to Gaben to play fucking Counter-Strike for the rest of my life. Jesus. So, it's really, there's really not a whole lot to it. Understanding, another really big thing, understanding what you are doing wrong. A lot of times I get people just asking me for demo reviews. Demo reviews fucking suck. They're horrible. I don't know if anybody's ever done those. If you ever do those, they fucking blow. You have to waste over an hour of your time to watch some idiot not know what they're fucking doing wrong. Somebody, you should be able to understand, oh hey, my aim's fucked up. I need to work on that. You should be able to figure that out, okay? You should be able to do that for the most part. Like 90% of the time, you should be able to be like, oh, okay, my movement's here. Or, oh, I did something stupid. I need to not do that the next time. That's how it is. I guess the last thing, as we finally hit the 10-minute mark, fuck, what was I gonna say? Just make sure that whenever you are playing Counter-Strike, fuck, hold on. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna try and finish it with this one. Whenever you're playing Counter-Strike, take the time. If you are not learning something every time that you log in to play, you aren't playing the game correctly. That's what I'm gonna leave that at. If you are not learning something every time that you log in to play Counter-Strike, every time you're in a competitive match, you are not playing the game correctly. You do not have an open mind. You are not paying attention. Okay? Anyway, this has been me. If this helped you guys out in any way, please consider, like, dropping a like, subscribe to me. I do fucking videos like this all the time. I play Counter-Strike all the time. That is my YouTube channel. So, anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video.